I can't even say what is going on. Recently, I am going through something, it's just like a life change. It's gonna be good for me, but it's just scary to take the leap. Ready for this new chapter? Hello and good morning from California. If you're watching this, we're moving. We actually got here yesterday and we already started looking at apartments, but today is our first full day here. Technically, we were here yesterday since 9 a.m. so it was also a full day that I just worked out. I'm about to shower and get ready and we're about to go continue the apartment hunt. I have known since July that we are going to be moving to California, but as I've explained before, because of my husband's job, like the timing literally had to be perfect. So we knew in July that an opening was coming up in the new year. And obviously the process for my husband to get into his new job is not as easy as just like transferring. I would rather keep his life private because he's not on social media. He's not an influencer, a content creator of any sort. So we've known since July. We started the process. And when people keep asking like, are you ever moving? I'm like, I don't know, I hope. So I just had to keep it on the DL. So that's why you're seeing this. If you're seeing this, I'm probably editing this in the new apartment that hopefully we'll find. Yeah, I'm so excited. We're gonna take you along hunting. We have a couple showings today. Okay, we're all ready. How cute is this outfit? Loafers, skirt, sweater. I don't know if I should button it. Kind of cozy. My hair. Cute. All right, let's go. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually a California girl. I was born and raised in California and never saw myself leaving until I met this beautiful Texas man of mine who I married, and shortly after we moved to Texas to be closer to our new family and potentially buy a house and build a life out there. But deep down in my heart, I knew I would be back. I'm a little bit of an orphan. I don't have contact with my mom, my dad, or any extended family. So when I married my husband and I inherited this beautiful big family, I was so happy to move out to be closer to them. Until I got to Texas and I realized it's Texas. Now, don't get me wrong, the people here are actually really great. Actually, just Texas that I have an issue with. I hate the weather. It's actually unbearable for about 10 months out of the year. It's either too hot or too cold or too sticky, or it's raining. And you really have like 2 months in fall, right after it starts cooling down and right before it starts getting too chilly, that you can actually be outside and enjoy the outdoors, which is strike two for Texas. I know there is a lot of places in Texas where there is nature and vast land, but living in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, being in the suburbs to be close enough to activities and coffee shops and restaurants and things like that, you're not really close to any nature trails. In fact, the most popular trail in Dallas, White Rock, is just a paved road that goes around the lake. If you want to camp, you have to drive hours. If you want to hike, you have to drive hours. For a lot of these outdoor things, you have to drive hours. And we either could relocate to a place like Austin that is as expensive as California with more nature like California, or we could just move to California. I also don't love the culture here in Dallas-Fort Worth, where a lot of people's leisurely activities include drinking alcohol and eating. I miss the very active lifestyle in California, where you wake up on a Saturday and the streets are buzzing with people running, biking, skating, walking their kids, walking their dogs, swimming. And here in Texas, that doesn't happen. You don't see that. And I notice also that people here tend to age faster in the sense that everyone's settling down quicker and they start acting like old retired people much sooner. Whereas in California, people build families later and they become less active later in life. Even old people are still moving and surfing and swimming and running. It's actually really motivating to be in that environment. Most people move to Texas to buy cheap property and save on their daily lifestyle expenses, which is true. houses here are cheaper, but they're gonna cost you in property taxes, which are much higher than California. So everything kind of ends up evening out. Same thing with the lifestyle. Yes, gas is cheaper and some restaurants are less expensive, but everything else is pretty much the same cost. Although properties in Texas are more affordable than in California, you end up paying for it with your life. And this is what I mean. You end up paying with time, waiting for summer to go away, or waiting for fall to come, or waiting for the winter storm to pass, or waiting for your next vacation so you can get out of the heat, or waiting for your next vacation so you can get out of the cold. If you want to live in a very central place like Dallas, it's going to be more expensive, and your house is going to probably still be near $1 million, if not $1 million. So to get that classic Texas price tag, you either have to go far out into the suburbs or even farmland. My husband and I actually bought a house when we were 24 and 25, and we were so proud of ourselves for accomplishing this big thing, especially as the daughter of 2 undocumented immigrants. I did not see this in the cards for myself. I didn't think this was possible for someone like me, who didn't come from money or wealth or education. But I think that was a valuable lesson, because after we purchased the house and the excitement of this accomplishment wore off, I was left super depressed and lonely, isolated, and I was in one of the roughest moments of my life after we bought the house. Ultimately, Texas just wasn't for me. There are plenty of people, obviously, in Texas that love Texas and would die for it. I'm just not one of those people, so I am happy to finally be making my way back home, and I want to say thank you to my husband for being so supportive of my mental health and my happiness, and always willing to do anything to make me happy. And you were my first supporter, my #1 fan, and I wouldn't be me without you. Really appreciate you, and this video goes out to you. I love you, and I'm so excited for this next chapter. We just got back from California, and although we weren't able to sign a lease, what I can do is clean out my closet and my clothes and diminish all my stuff. So on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, if you notice that I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff, or even previous vlogs where I get rid of a ton of makeup and I'm cleaning through my stuff, it's because we're getting ready to move. I mean, I've been decluttering my closet for months and months and months, but because I continue to get clothes for partnerships and brand relationships, it's a revolving door basically. I'm sure you guys will put 2 and 2 together once I say I'm moving. Happening, we're signing our lease. We just got the email to sign our lease. It is just a couple days shy of the new year. My hair looks like a freaking hot mess, and we have one less thing to worry about. Next up, move. January 8th, the house is an absolute mess because we really started kicking it into high gear. There's officially 19 days until the movers come to pick up the boxes. We took down the shelves, the curtains everywhere, we filled the holes. Obviously, we've gathered a whole bunch of boxes. We sold the chairs, we sold other chairs. Someone was gonna come pick these up today, but they flaked on us. Just wanted to check in. It just feels like the time between now and the move is just dragging because I've known forever and I've waited for this moment for so long. I've been busy, and luckily I prepared last month with content and videos. I still have to edit a lot of YouTube videos, but at least I have them filmed, because obviously I wouldn't be able to be slick about this move if I filmed with this. like, hey guys, don't ignore that. Don't even ask. Hopefully the next time I pick up this camera, it's moving day.